Hi, Coach. So let's talk about today. This, as I was joking with you, it kind of felt like fall a little bit, but to get you in more of a football frame of mind a little bit, this kind of weather.
I don't know if it's the weather or not, but our guys were a little rusty today, coming back off the break. I liked our effort, our energy, but we were a little off today. We had 5 turnovers on offense, which is unacceptable. Always the flip side, defense created 5 takeaways, which was good. But good competition, worked some third down today, and finished up with goal line.
Do you like having this spring practice over this long period of time here, over a month? Does it make it seem like fall camp in a way?
I don't know. This is the first time we split it up through a spring break, just the way the calendar fell this year. We'll probably evaluate whether we want to do that again. But I think it's good in that, you got guys for a little bit longer period of time thinking of football. And I think anytime you can stretch that part out, it's good.
With 2 new coordinators, some new offensive schemes and new defense, I'm assuming, is it finally at that point during the spring here where you can kind of focus more on, executing as opposed to installing?
Well, you'd hope to, but like I said, having 10 days off, we were a little rusty today. Our guys know what to do, but there's a rhythm and a timing to offense in particular, and we were just a little bit off today. Our guys know what to do. We got to clean that up for the next time out. Defensively, we really haven't changed. Coach Ward's running the same package that we're running. We're doing a better job of playing faster in it, and I think it manifested itself today with 5 takeaways.
And we are kind of assuming that Jason's a little bit of the leader in the clubhouse at this point. Is that a fair assumption?
It's probably a good assumption, but right now every job's open, and so we'll make our final evaluations after spring, and we'll go from there.
Is it nice knowing that you have 3 quarterbacks that have game experience?
Yeah, absolutely. A year ago this time, it was kind of a dicey deal, not knowing who was going to be the guy. Having guys who've actually been in action make you feel better. The fact that they've got action and played and kind of gone through the anxiety of playing for the first time, I think it always helps to give you confidence when you come in the spring. Our guys are playing at a much different level right now.
As a coaching staff, how important is a spring game in your assessment of who's going to play and getting those live reps with people in the stands?
Well, the NCAA dictates that you can have 3 live scrimmages, and this is our 3rd and final one. Those are the times we talk to our team all the time about. Those are our game opportunities. What you do in practice every day is important, but those game opportunities are really where you get a chance to shine. It's a live period. You can't just say, "Oh, defense would have tackled you," or "Oh, I would have made a miss." You find out for sure. So we got our final opportunity on Saturday. I think our guys are looking forward to it, and we'll see what happens Saturday.
DeJounte O'Neal, a local kid from Bullard, is he just been a pleasant surprise for you? I mean, considering he comes in as a walk-on, and now it looks like, hey, maybe he could be a significant part of this team coming up here.
Well, I'd say I don't know how much of a surprise. With him being here last fall, we knew he had something special about him. He's not very big, but he's got a tremendous heart and he's got tremendous burst. He's a guy that can make guys miss in a phone booth, and people have phone booths anymore. But anyways, he's a great young man. I'm really excited that he's getting an opportunity. The thing that I like about him is he's very coachable. He can play slot for us. He can play running back for us. He's a playmaker when the ball's in his hands.
At his size, is he something you can do a lot? I mean, you mentioned it, but is it maybe you can get a little creative with him?
And that's just it. I think going into spring we thought more slot, because we got a couple running backs banged up. We moved into the running back position, and he's made a ton of plays. He plays extremely hard, and he's a guy that doesn't need much space. He can make guys miss.
First time you saw him, like last year, and he got some carries and maybe a practice came in. Were you kind of like, oh, we may have something here,
Yeah, absolutely. When our first year here, Robbie Rouse, was a little thicker, but probably not any bigger than DeJounte. And so he kind of shows glimpses of Robbie, not to, put that on him, because Robbie obviously #1, rusher in our program, but he shows flashes of that. And I think when you have a chance as a running back, or whether it's in the slot, getting him touches will be good for us.
And then finally, with regards to him, what do you see as his role? I know you guys are a little thin at running back right now. I mean, do you see him, being a guy who obviously is going to compete for quality touches this year?
Well, I think he's a guy that's a multi-tool guy. I think his primary role is going to be in the slot. And we'll have 3 more running backs coming back in the fall. But the fact that he can do both, gives him that many more opportunities on the field. And we're looking for guys who are game breakers, and at times he can be that guy.
Great. Thanks, Coach.